but it's my pleasure to welcome Josh into our Hall of Fame. I think when you go on the road recruiting, I know I do, I just look for young men that have my DNA or the coaching staff's DNA, and I'm not sure in my 15, 16, 17 years here, whatever it's been, that we've had a guy that has embodied the DNA of the coaches more than Josh. There'll be some factual things I'll give, but, you just want kids that love your sport as much as you do, and I'm not sure we've had a guy here in that time that have loved basketball as much as the coach do, and that's all you really ask. In terms of accolades, Josh was a 2015 second-team All-American. He's a two-time NABC All-District first team. He's a 2015 NJAC Player of the Year. He's first-team All-League NJAC 2 times. He's a 2-time Stockton Athlete of the Year. He finished 5th in career points with 1,397. He's 3rd in three-pointers. His season totals, in terms of points, ranked 5th and 7th all-time. And in three-pointers, he's 6th and 7th all-time. I'd also say that I thought Josh was the best defensive player in our league his junior and senior year. We regularly put him on the other team's best player. I can remember you shutting Jordan McDaniels down in the NJAC semifinals your junior year, and he got the Player of the Year. So I probably thought you probably should have gotten more praise for your ability on that side of the floor. You're also a guy that I tell our guys, our current guys, 2 or 3 stories a year about. And they are well aware who Josh Blamon is because I bring you up every year. When we have freshmen that are unhappy that they're not playing, I tell them Josh Blamon played 17 total minutes as a freshman. 17 total minutes as a freshman. And we have guys that aren't half as good as you, and they're wondering why they're not getting on the floor, and I bring you up. Now, you went from playing 17 minutes as a freshman to being our leading scorer as a sophomore. Another story I tell about you is the last game of your college career, and I remember it vividly. I think we shot around from 11 a.m. till noon, and we're playing at 7 o'clock. Well, if we're playing at 7 o'clock, Coach Matthews wanted us in the locker room at 5:30. Well, everybody else goes home and rests or goes and eats, and Josh shot on the gun from noon till 5:30, taking 4,500 or 5,000 shots. And, I tell some of our guys that, they haven't taken that many shots their entire career on the gun, and this guy did it in one setting in leading up to his biggest game. Come on, Mr. Blamon, come on. Nobody made the coach's job easier than Mr. Blamon, because we would go in at halftime and we didn't think Josh played all that well, and we knew he would yell at him as he's in layup lines getting ready for the second half, and we didn't have to do it. But, I'm pleased to announce you up here. I'm trying to think if I have anything else I want to talk about. Josh was also, I guess he's the only guy in the league since I've been in here. He played in the NBA G League, which is one step away from the NBA. So when you're a Division III player and you work yourself to death and you're one step away from the NBA. And I believe the only reason you lost your job is because the Lakers and the Bucks made a trade, and it was kind of one-sided in terms of the amount of guys that Milwaukee was getting, and one of those guys took your job. But we're so proud of you for that accomplishment, and I can't think of a kid that I've enjoyed coaching more than you. I know Coach Matthews would say the same thing, and to be a first ballot Hall of Famer is something else. So I present you, Josh Blamon, 2022 Stockton Hall of Fame.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you all for coming. I thank God for allowing me to be here, and also for my family, who are also here. I'm grateful to those of you who made it possible for this occasion to take place. I'm grateful to my coaches, as well as the men and women around, who throughout my years here at Stockton and leading up to this moment made it possible for this to happen. I'd like to also say congratulations to my fellow honorees, Jimmy and Chelsea. Coming into Stockton, Hall of Fame was not something I was focused on, partly because public speaking is not really one of my strengths. You can ask me to go out, win a conference championship. By God's grace, I can do that. I might even win two. But ask me to speak in front of a group, and I feel overwhelmed. I did see myself doing well here at Stockton, though, but I can't imagine that I was going to do this well. God is definitely exceeding my expectations. I had goals, and although I didn't achieve all of them, I found that whenever I look back and reflect on my time here, I'm always grateful for everyone and everything. I appreciate my coaches who prepared us for every game. Coach Matthews, who would yell you into getting an MVP award, or he would show you, as well as Coach Bittner, who would break the game down. Coach Hutch, who came with energy every day. And even though this individual, he's not part of the coaching staff, but Dave would also help out, whether it was rebounding, words of encouragement. I'm definitely grateful for you guys. Coming into Stockton, I expected to see individuals who loved what they did. I expected to see individuals who were pioneers and leaders in their respective fields. I expected to gain habits in addition to my foundation, which my parents, along with God, laid for me to be raised on. My parents taught me hard work, dedication, and resilience, among other traits some of you have seen in me. They taught me that in order for you to get what you want, you must go after it with all that you have. And you must also add faith to that. You must believe that whatever you set out for, if you put the work in, you will get it. In other words, they told me to rest at the end. They showed me how to be dedicated through their marriage of 30 years on Monday. Might have gave away my age on that one, but it's okay. They also showed me how to not let temporary failures determine or define the end. My first 2 years at Stockton challenged me both mentally and physically because I wasn't on the court as much as I wanted to, especially in the beginning. I had to continue to be resilient until my time came. And when my time came, I had to not only be determined to win, but I also had to have faith that we could win. My junior and senior year was an example of that. Much of what I am today is a combination of my time here at Stockton and my time spent under my parents' guidance. I will always be grateful for my time here at Stockton. Once again, I thank you all for coming, and congratulations again to my fellow honorees, Jim, Chelsea. Thank you all.